Generic greetings and welcome back to Prison Architect. In the previous episode, we started building the high-risk cell block here, as you can see, and we've got most of it done actually. The top and bottom sections are all complete, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 cells in total, some of which are actually without power, so we will resolve that by overdoing it and running massive amounts of electrical cable there. But that should hopefully power that up. We also had some more problems with Mr. Adam Lee, who's currently and will probably always be in solitary. We have another issue as well, as you can see we've got tasers in the shakedown here, which means they've been stolen from somewhere. So let's find, in the last 24 hours, where are these tasers? So we're just going to look around for tasers, and I cannot see them, so it must be within the last 7 days, and that's going to be a problem to detect. And I can't just mouse over them, sadly, and it doesn't jump to that. Would be nice to see that. Literally unplayable. And all right, let's see. I would have assumed they'd be around there, but no, they are not. Where are they? Baton, where was that from? That was brought in. That's understandable. Pick was probably made. Pick was made there. Scissors was stolen. Shears. It'll obviously be somewhere, I just can't see it. There's keys there. Found jail keys. That found jail keys, both of those, and that one there. Those, it says found and owners there. That's when they were stolen, and then that's when the guy was knocked out. Strange. Can't seem to see it. Wouldn't have thought it would show up. That's a problem. Why is danger level going to stupid levels? Hygiene. Now it should be going down, surely. Yeah. Let's finish that shakedown. You know what? There is a critical hygiene rating. Yeah. Well, let's end that test. Not having people always shower it's probably possible. It might be possible, but I'm not willing to risk it. There's a taser there, found. Took it off the guard. That's all it probably was then. When the guards have been knocked out, they've dropped it, and then it's coming up on that list. Okay, I thought it would be something like that. I can't imagine it being flung over the wall. I don't think tasers or weapons are flung over the wall. You can get mods for that. Don't think I have that mod on at the moment. No. There's a couple of mods we use when we do the extreme testing variation, which we do when we've got to the end of a prison build, which we'll probably do for this one, actually, before we expand it. For this episode, I'm going to finish this off and then get any other changes done here, and then next episode will probably be where we do a bit of extreme testing on this one, just a couple of mess arounds there, and then we'll expand. I think that'll be a decent way of doing it. Anyway, yeah, weapons and stuff I don't think are flung over the wall, going back to what I was on about there. Let's just go over to informants, and we can see that we have some new people here, and ones that do have traits. We're not aware of what those traits are, but they do have traits. What I'm also going to do, actually, is going to find... Typical. When I need to find Lee, he's not here. He's not in his... Oh, there, yes, he is. He's just... I couldn't hardly see him. And we'll change him to maximum security, because, quite frankly, he's a maximum security prisoner. He's a legendary prisoner. He should always be in here. It's taken a while to build this, but they will get there in the end. Once I've done that, we'll place more flooring. Then we'll do some central grading as well. There we go. Looks like that's all done, so we'll just get all the flooring done because we might as well. There we are. Obviously spending a bit of cash here, but we've got 32 grand, more than enough to complete that. Danger level is mid-ground. Danger level is high and decreasing, which is good. 50-odd prisoners say they've been unnecessarily searched. We did do a shakedown there last night, so that's probably what's happened there. We've got everyone working in the workshop that we can, I think. In terms of the programs that we're running. We're still doing the carpentry apprenticeship, which good. One of them has passed. That's a 14% pass rate only, sadly, but at least we have passed that, which is all fine and dandy. We have a couple of paroles running, and you can see that we have... That's the wrong one. We have released... Wow, okay. So we've released 58 total prisoners, as you can see, 58, and 0% of them have reoffended, so none of them whatsoever. That's 101 prisoners have been released. So over half of them have been paroled early. The rest have just finished their sentences, and our reoffending rate is down to 9%. So that has gone from, was it 17%? So yeah, that's a big drop, and the prison is now worth $500,000 exactly. Punishment level 6, I think that might have gone down, but reform is definitely higher up. Security near middle ground, and health the same as well. I don't know what I could do to increase that. I think the health is low because we've had a lot of overdoses, and I can't really prevent it. I'm taking luxuries, or they are classed as luxuries, off the prisoners. We're not punishing them for that. Maybe we should. Maybe we should put a punishment in. Maybe that'll help that. I'll check the policy out in a second. And once we... Let's put a lockdown on that. Lockdown on luxuries 2 hours. There we are. Yeah, and once we've got all that sorted... They're still ODing and then going into the infirmary, which it is actually a sign as infirmary. I thought it's not a sign there, but it is. It's just underneath those beds, the text. What's happening is it's just getting flung over on the wall. That's the problem there. And immediately we've got a death. I'll check that right now. What has happened? It has been Warren Levers, prisoner number 3002684, sentenced to 22 years for multiple crimes including bribery and blackmail. As you can see, they're a snitch. Now, I didn't notice those before. That might have been a new one, but either way, that has been... it looks like Benjamin Wolven. Were they the ones involved here? No recent misconduct. Oh no, there we go. Recent misconduct. It is serious injury, attacked prisoner, and murder. So, well, this is the order: attacked prisoner, then a serious injury, then the murder. That's the order in which that has happened. And yes, that's not good. They don't have any traits. They've just, they've just taken it into their own hands. And what about that person as well? Aston, they were also involved in that one. Well, they have not. They haven't been given that sentence. I think even if there's multiple people attacking one person, it's only one that can be assigned, given the recent misconduct of murder. So those will be taken over to here. We've just heard some tasers go off there. I don't know where that was, but I'm just having a wild guess here. Is it in Adam? And what a surprise, Adam Lee. He's a misunderstood fellow. So anyway, what we're going to do is... There's another OD. Yeah. I don't know what the solution is for that. I mean, the solution would be to not allow it in the first place. Well, to be fair, we're not allowing it in, but to prevent it in the first place. But that would be walls all the way around, and we just can't do that. So let's add some more cells in here. I'm going to put the... No, I'm not going to put the cell doors on first. That would be absolutely stupid. So we're going to put a bed on either side there, like that. We'll do these sides and this side here. On this side we'll have a toilet, and then we'll have... Do you want a shower in here? No, but we will have a shower in this one. There we go. As you can see, I'm currently... actually, do you want those on that side? If I put them the other side, it'll be better, but I've already planned them, so quite frankly, there's that problem fixed. We'll also need to do that and that. Yeah, we'll have a shower in here. I just think it would be a decent thing to do. I've just cancelled that toilet there, just so we can put the drain and the shower head in the same place there. So we'll have a chair in here, like that. And then we'll have a... Don't know what to have in there. I was going to put a table in, but I don't think so. I think it'll just be a radio. Maybe next to the toilet is better. And then a bookshelf. Because I haven't assigned these as rooms, it's being a little problematic. There we are. And then I'll see what else I'll put in there. Might just put a... Might just put a desk in. But I'm going to assign it to a cell first. There we are. And I will then go ahead and place the doors. And because it's classed as a cell, the doors should automatically open and close, as you would expect. So there's straight away 4 people in solitary confinement, and well, there's 5, but including our our guy that's always in here. And apparently that guy was almost took them out there. Right, you know what? I've had enough of this, quite frankly. There's only so far I can be pushed before I reach for literally the big guns on this game. I think we've done almost everything in our power to stop. I think we've exhausted most things to stop that guy. Aside from putting him in solitary confinement and in permanent punishments in here, then I don't know what else we can do. And quite frankly, putting them in here is just not a good idea, especially when you've got other prisoners in there that really do need to be in there and out the way of other people. There's a snitch and ex-law enforcement, which I've only just found out, and that's going to be bad because it's currently shower time. John Armand, no. Adam the Golden God. Yes, there we go. So you, immediately, we want you as protective custody and punish. Lockdown permanent. Will he make it out with a shower, though? That is the question. Yeah, looks like there we go. Adam Neighbours. Going to get out and move. And then we're going to be in there. Okay. So we now have an armed guard patrolling back and forward. If he tries to take anything off, then it's going to be... take any weapons off the guard, then that's going to be an interesting scenario. So, I'm going to stop some of these carpentry... Oh no, carpentry apprenticeship, lots interested there, so we'll keep that going. General education aid, interested, that's fine. Foundation, we can't run any more. We've got guard taser certification, I'm going to stop all of those because, well, we can't run any more. Spiritual guidance is in the queue, that's fine. Behavioural therapy, we could start that. To be fair, it should be Adam in the first one in line for that one, quite frankly. Anyway, so we're going to go over to the quick build clone. I'm going to clone this off. 1, 2, 3. Other side. 1, 2, 3. And there's all of that. We're just going to double check to make sure that is still assigned as max sec, and it is, which is fine. And we can go to planning and then get rid of all the remaining planning there. And sorted. So there's only really this room and this room that we don't have any purpose for. Now, people have mentioned about making this one another common room. I'm up for that. It's just at the moment we've already got 2 common rooms and they seem to be totally fine. A danger level is slowly creeping up there. I don't know why, even though we got good recreation there. Deployment is fine on both of them as far as I can see. Yes, it is. So I don't know what the deal is there. But what I do want to do, and I was going to do this... last episode, I just totally forgot. What happened is why is that not opening automatically? It's getting used, so that's fine. Is it connected? That's another death. I'll have to check that in a second. No, it's not connected, that's why. That will explain why it's not working properly. Something's happened here. You get a guard there as soon as possible. It does seem to be fairly devoid of guards, doesn't it? Warren Lawrence. Stokel snitch ex-law enforcement. Uh-oh. That's, yeah. That's not good. His face is in the door. Good grief. This is what happens when you get high-risk prisoners. This is going to absolutely screw up the reoffending. Oh, yeah, look at that reoffending rate. It's gone up to 11 now. In fact, one of them was paroled early, 1% now. These guys always messing on with your reoffending rate. So, there's still a lot of traits that we don't know about. And there's some good coverage. I'm going to activate a couple of our snitches. I could activate multiples. I don't think that should affect things. We're activating all 3 there. Obviously that's going to increase their suspicion just a little bit. Where was that taser? There was a taser somewhere and I don't know where. Right, so how we're doing for power. Power is fine. I think what we need to do then is get more stuff in the kitchen, quite frankly. Although, one thing I haven't done, which is a big oversight on my part, metal detectors. 4 grand of metal detector. 8 grand of metal detector. Mandatory. Mandatory, definitely. So grading, you can see we've got decently graded cells there. Maximum grade of 6 on the centre. That's equivalent to the other side, so that's totally fine. This room is graded for the dormitory, so we're giving, you know, there's a lot of amenities around here. When we go for this expansion here, when we have some Supermax stuff, quite frankly, I'm just thinking about putting a very, very small cell in. And in fact, I might even go ahead and get small cells. I'm certainly going to get tax relief. I'm going to start researching that. And, whoa, what on earth? There's another snitching ex-law enforcement. There's so many... It's all coming out of the woodwork now. There's so many traits that I'm not aware of that I can't really manage it. So those 2 are set. Yeah, those 2 are targeted, but we're aware of that. We're aware of that now. Well, we've been aware of that for a long time, and you can see that's it's all working okay. Because that's where they're in there to stop that. So they're currently getting interrogated, so that's fine. That one's being targeted, but, well, we know. Sadly, after the fact. Yeah. And then don't say it's subside. Oh, it's another water leak. Water pipe was burst, flooding the area. Is that the same place as it was before? Was it there before? I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was around here. Either way, we definitely need to fix that as soon as possible. It's creeping in here. Luckily, they're not working. So, because they're not working, it should be a little bit better there. Right, so we're going to fix that. That's now fixed up. Obviously, water is going everywhere, apart from the place that we need it. That's now fixed. Okay, so I think we will leave it there. That is our high-risk cell block up and running. In fact, you know what? I'm going to do a shakedown because with this being open to the elements in terms of contraband, because we didn't have any metal detectors, there's probably going to be a bit of an issue with that. So we'll see how that one goes. We want to expand to the far left, and we will probably do that after next episode. Next episode, we're going to put this under extreme testing conditions and see what it is like. So normally, I would go ahead and set all the prisoners to, say, work in, to stand in the yard or something like that. We're not going to mess around too much. We're just going to press the right button. I'm going to turn the mod on, press the right button, and we'll see what happens. I like to test it now before anything else happens, before we expand, because then we have a comparison for later on. Not going to do the escape just yet. I think the escape can be done once we've expanded, because I don't think that's going to change too much. Unless you understand, unless the person that we're trying to escape with ends up being a death row prisoner, which I think it does randomly assign them, so it's unlikely, but is possible, I believe, anyway. So, what else have we got? Oh yeah, prisoners still got that more sleep trait, so we need to, or that event, so we need to keep that going there. Just going to remove the tunnel. Obviously, danger level is flying up to be expected there. Just going to check on intelligence. We've got a lot of traits on people, but unlike skilled fighter, quick, fearless, deadly, things like that. But no traits that should put them in danger just yet. However, we are going to get a total of 21 prisoners arriving just shortly, so that's going to be an interesting one. Probably just going to turn off the shakedown once this is finished. It's almost done. Be a couple more guards in here. Speaking of more guards, I think we will go 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are. Get some more guards, and that's yeah, that's Adam again. And yeah, that's been taken care of. And looks like that's all searched, so we'll stop the shakedown there. And we've got a boatload more intake if the boatload is 21 passengers strong. So a lot of traits, tough and strong. Some things definitely getting there. They've already got knives on them and such. Drugs, we're all getting searched. Showing you that that's functioning though, so we've got the metal detectors and the dogs in there. So anything that we can possibly detect is going to be detected. They're also getting stripped down anyway, so it's going to happen. So that is our intake, and that means that they're going to be filtered down, put in their cells, and then we will, next episode, see exactly what they do when we press the big bad arm button or the right button, because there's many buttons. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.